you know, hear me out on this, but like, what if all of the suffering we feel is optional? Now, welcome to Cam Talks, I believe number 6, but yeah, that's a weird way to start the video. But that's what's just really have been coming more and more under my awareness recently. It's something I've understood for a while, but just now sharing it with the world, I think, is really important, because I think people are now finally ready to understand that a lot of what we believe to be true about how we need to act in this world just isn't the case. So much of how we react when things happen to us isn't necessarily what we want to do, but what we've been programmed to do. And so if someone says a certain thing to us or did a certain thing to us, there's kind of this rule book, this manual we're given that we need to follow in terms of our reaction. We should hate them, we should feel sad, we should feel guilty, whatever it is. And I think it's important in understanding that to decipher the difference between the pain and then the suffering. If someone punched me in the face, that's of course the pain. But then the suffering, thumbs up there. The suffering lies in how I react. And so I'm not saying we need to go up and hug them and say, I love you, and thank you for punching me in the face. But I am saying that the grudge that we hold against that person, the anger that we feel, the guilt we feel for not punching him back, whatever it may be, all that is optional. And that, that's speaking for a physical altercation, like I just said, but also just with anything else that we experience in life. The far majority of what we come across, the way we react to it, is 100% in our control. And like, what if every single moment we took back that control, took back that responsibility in how we choose to act in this world? What could happen? I feel like our lives would be completely different. Imagine a life where you hold no grudges towards anyone. You absolutely unconditionally love anyone and everyone who comes across you. Imagine how much freedom that's going to give you. Imagine how you will attract so many people in your life because they can feel that from you. We all can feel in the room when someone is judging us. We can feel in the room when someone is looking at us, staring into our soul, it feels, and not in the best way. Let's put it that way, not in a desirable way. And we also do the opposite. We see when someone adores you and deeply admires you, you can kind of feel it. What if you can give off this unconditional love, this grounded presence at all moments throughout the day at any given time? I think that's possible, but I know it's possible. I've been very fortunate the past handful of years to deeply understand that we are so much more in charge of our lives. We're so much more responsible for our lives than we can ever imagine. And for me to hold a grudge, me to be angry, me to whatever it is towards anyone at any time just is like drinking poison and expecting another person to die. It's just not working, and it hasn't worked. And the idea of just forgiveness and love for everyone, for everything, is the ultimate red pill, or white pill if you want to put it that way, that just sets up this life to be incredibly enjoyable. And for someone who takes full accountability, and someone who naturally, when you don't choose to be angry at others or feel guilt or shame, you're going to be happy. You're going to be more positive. That's just the type of person people want to be around. And I really feel nowadays people are questioning how they're living, how they're acting more than ever. It's inevitable. And these type of questions that people are feeling will just compound over time, but it's bringing them to an area of life that will be truly freeing for them, that will just alleviate all of their suffering. Again, we're still susceptible to pain. Things can happen, things will happen. But so much of this, of the struggle, the suffering we face is optional. I truly believe that because I'm feeling it myself. And so if you happen to click upon this video, I encourage you to understand that you saw this video at the perfect time. And it is a sign to finally forgive, to let go of whatever it is that you're currently holding on to. Because whether we know or not, holding on to that is putting the brakes on other aspects of life that we want to dive into. The grudges we're holding on to so tightly is affecting all of our aspects of life. It's stopping us from being able to fully express ourselves, being able to finally, ask the person out on a date or get in shape or start that business or just do that extra thing, that next thing that you know in your heart you're capable of being, but you just haven't been able to have the courage to do it. I promise you that letting go of these grievances, these contracts you sign with yourself to suffer, which is what they are, once we let those go, everything in life just becomes so much easier. You live life from a place of offense as opposed to defense. So, I just want to put it all on your awareness today that maybe the suffering we're currently feeling isn't as required for this human experience as we may believe. Maybe it is optional. So, that's it for me today. Thinking of you all. I love you all. Have an amazing day. And look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.